Good morning, everyone. Oh, now come on. David taught us. We can do better than that, can't we, David? Good morning, everyone. Good morning. What do you think, Dave? Is that good? Here we go. Within acceptable limits. I wanted to welcome everyone. I hope you've had a terrific conference. I know, talking with all the speakers that have had the opportunity to talk so far, they've enjoyed it. They've enjoyed the discourse and dialogue. And we want to thank you very, very much for taking the time to attend. What I wanted to do this morning was a couple things, just give you a brief update on what's going on with the Deming Institute, what some of our events are going on, and then just to let you know that in the follow-up email that we'll have going out in the next couple days, you're going to get a lot of links to different things, such as the Facebook page where my wife Judy is going to be putting up a lot of the pictures that you've seen her taking. We'll have links to that. We'll have links to things such as the blog, the podcast, where a number of the presenters have already done podcasts and some more will be doing podcasts. So we'll have all of that up there, the ability to access that. We're also going to include some things such as the Red Bead Experiment, which you saw a part of with Mike Twitey's presentation yesterday. We'll have that full Red Bead Experiment and the lessons of the red beads, and I encourage you to go and watch that. It's included. There's no cost to it. We've taken the cost off it so you can just take a look at it and access it. A couple things that are coming up. The fall conference next year is going to be at Michigan State University, thanks to Dennis and Eric working with us, being the boots on the ground there, as they say. It's going to be October 1st and 2nd. September 30th, the Friday night, and then October 1st and 2nd. And we're looking forward to that. Dennis has promised I won't say who he's promised will be a guest speaker, but we'll have some exciting speakers there for that. So that'll be number one that we've got coming up. We also will have the 2016 Research Conference in Washington, D.C. again for the second year in a row. And we're going to be sending out a call for papers for that. So if there's something that interests you, when you see that call for papers, it gives you an opportunity, even if you're at a very nascent stage of learning or understanding about Deming, that you have an opportunity to talk about what your experience has been and have an opportunity to present. So we'll be doing that. That'll be going out very shortly. The other couple of things that I wanted to talk about, that there will be some new and exciting things going on, is we're completely revamping our website right now, and we're in the final stages of that, and we should be launching that by the end of the year, and that will have some more interactive capabilities to it, a lot more videos, a lot more learning opportunities that will be a part of that. So take a look out for that. I think you'll really enjoy that. The last thing I wanted to do before I have Kelly Allen come up to talk about a deeper learning opportunity that we have. I know some of you are saying, well, what can I do next? I've come to this. This is really interesting. What are some of the opportunities? So we're going to talk for a few minutes about what some of those opportunities are that you can take it to that next step, that next stage. And then David's going to talk about an upcoming conference that we have. But one thing I wanted to acknowledge was we've been doing these conferences since 1994. I believe that's correct, Pat? And Pat Clark, will you stand up just for a second? She has been to every single one of them since we've started. Now, I also, Dave Nave, where are you? Dave Nave would have been to every single one, except for he fell off his roof and couldn't attend one of them. So again, on behalf of the Institute, thank you very much for all your time. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Kelly and then to David.
And the next batter is, so a couple of things that I had conversations with folks about that I wanted to tell you, then answer for the whole group. The question is sort of what's the momentum of the Deming philosophy these days? And the momentum is pretty good. Obviously, when Dr. Deming was alive, there was a lot of momentum. But here's what we're seeing, and I think it's actually better, is that it's a control, not say controlled, a steadier growth of interest so that we're getting more and more interest. One of those things that you can check on to see that is if you go to pexnetwork.com, pexnetwork.com, and in the search box, type in the Deming files. So this isn't, PEX is an international organization. We help them through these 25 articles. They're short, they're only a couple pages long, and they talk about the elements of the system of profound knowledge and a number of other things. But those articles were published, I think, initially in 2011. They have had hundreds and hundreds of thousands of page reads and revisits. And we know that they're still getting lots of those because we put some requests, we put some freebie offers in the articles. You can write and get a copy of a research paper from the Deming seminar, for example. And so we still get requests for those kinds of things. So we know that they're still being seen. And the editor at PEX said that the interest in the Deming files was the single largest trending interest they have ever had through the years. So there's definitely things going on there. To a lesser extent, if you go to Forbes.com and type in my name in the search box, we have, I think there are 23 articles up there now. They're also short. Every one of them has something in about Deming. They're mini case studies. So far, we've profiled 2 different Deming-based organizations, companies that are on their Deming journey, and we're starting a 3rd one, I think, next week after that. And we've had, I think we're well over 30,000 page reads on that, and that just started a couple months ago. So there's definitely interest and growing interest for people related to Dr. Deming. So the last thing is we have a 2.5-day conference coming up, public conference, a seminar coming up in Dayton, Ohio, October 6th, 7 and half day on Thursday the 8th. So it's almost filled up. The Aileron is an executive center, a nonprofit in just outside of Dayton, and this is our return visit to Aileron. And every time we've been there, they cap it, and then they have more requests, and so they raise the cap and they raise the cap. But at a certain point, the room just won't hold anymore. So I think the cap now is at 80, but there's a little space. So that's just one of the things that we try to do. And as more public seminars come up, we post those on the website so that people can attend, and we hope you all will.